Okay. All right. We are now recording to the cloud. So this particular Fun Zoom is going to be really good for people who didn't make it to a Reclaim Your Health event in Portland, in Chester, New Hampshire, or even in my home this past week. And Marie is engaged elsewhere today. So Sandy and I are carrying the ball. And Sandy's actually at a football game because she and her hubby are big boosters of humane football. So that's a big responsibility that they have every game. So Sandy, will you take it away?
I will. And good morning, everybody. Sound is okay. I'm sitting in the cab of a truck, so hopefully the music outside isn't carrying over to the inside here. But I'm going to kick it off by just really kind of generally reintroducing to people who have maybe not focused a lot on it or not really paid a lot of attention to our wellness pyramid, because the way that our new products that just came out of convention really fit into the pyramid is really kind of striking and made me take another look back at it. I think that doTERRA really creates an easy to follow path for us by using the wellness pyramid. And this is basically what it looks like. You can find it on the doTERRA website. You can find it maybe in some of your paperwork that you've gotten in the past from some of us about doTERRA events. But I'm going to start at the very foundation of the pyramid, down at the bottom with the digestive system, because whenever I'm talking with new folks or teaching classes, I always really emphasize the foundation, and that think about a house or a building, and if the foundation isn't really well cared for and strong, it crumbles and then the whole house suffers. So focusing on that foundation, which for us is our digestive tract, it's the hub of all of our body's nutrients. So without good digestive health, you know what happens. You're going to have some sort of discomfort, bloating, indigestion, on and on. You could list more terms and things that you might have experienced when your digestive tract is out of whack. So what can we do to maintain a healthy gut every day? One of the terms that you might be becoming more familiar with, it is really becoming a much more common term, is the microbiome. If you haven't heard much about the microbiome yet, you will. I think it's something that in healthcare and certainly in our alternatives that we're talking about more and more, because your microbiome is a collection of all the microorganisms that live on and inside of our bodies. And we're talking like huge numbers, over 100 trillion microbial cells that are found on your skin, in your mouth, in your nose, in your throat, and your entire gut, women in your vagina. It is everywhere in your body. That microbiome, or that collection of microorganisms, is really essential for our human health, for digestion, for immunity, for metabolizing our foods, and for brain development. It truly protects us from the harmful pathogens. So keeping that microbiome healthy and strong is what keeps you well. So what can we do to maintain that healthy gut? And I'm going to jump right into one of our brand new products, which is a daily probiotic and prebiotic supplement that really has been researched and studied and established to support your whole body microbiome. It is called PB Restore. It assists your microbiome with, they call it the 4 Ps. So you've got prebiotic fibers. You've got 30 active cultures and 29 strains of probiotic microorganisms. And it's really a unique delivery system. If you're familiar with our previous PB Assist, you already know what that looked like. It was a capsule within a capsule. So what we know from probiotics that are on the market is that many of them really don't even survive and make it into your gut where they do the most good. They get killed off by the acids in the stomach. So this double layered system, it's got a time release system which really protects those probiotic cultures to get them through the stomach so that then they can provide that digestive and immune support where it's really needed in the intestines. So the 4Ps, the prebiotic, which is really the food and the fuel for the probiotic. And your probiotics are these tiny little manufacturing plants for the communities of healthy bacteria and flora that we're trying to develop in our microbiome. Those are the ones that help to fight off the bad bacteria. They literally, if your microbiome is healthy, it literally will crowd out the bad stuff and prevent it from even getting into your bloodstream. They help to digest your food, to break down fats and proteins. And then what is made is those postbiotics. They're the afterlife of the probiotics, which are thousands of healthy metabolites that come from the food that we eat, that the probiotics help to break down. And then those metabolites go on into our cellular health, our DNA, and they help our entire body to function. So it's kind of that whole system. And then there's the fourth P is the phages or microphages. Those are the healthy microbes that help to target the bad bacteria or the pathogens and to kill them off. So brand new product. It's really, they kind of took our previous probiotic, completely re-energized it, completely made it into really a whole new whole body probiotic. We also have a second new probiotic, which is called PB Assist Plus, the Probiome Gut Complex. Now, while the first, excuse me, the first product, the PB Restore, is really meant for your body's overall microbiome, the PB Assist Plus provides targeted strains that help really support your gut and your digestive health specifically. It's one of doTERRA's proprietary blends. Whenever you hear that, you know that doTERRA really established and put this together. That it's not like anything else that's on the market. This one has 13 different strains of probiotics and 1 prebiotic. And it is that convenient stick pack, that delivery system that we became familiar with our PB Assist Junior. Now, this is designed for the entire family. This is not called a junior. It's for everybody, but it's also safe and formulated for everyone from your children all the way up to the elderly. And it also has a prebiotic fiber in it called inulin. Now, inulin promotes digestive health, digestive comfort, healthy lipid or fat metabolism, and it supports your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, and your immune systems. And it is really delicious. It's a strawberry melon flavor, and you can feel good about eating this one because it's that sweetness comes naturally from natural flavors and from xylitol. Now, xylitol is that sweetener that our dentists love because it's really good for oral health. It supports your teeth as it's moving from your mouth and down into your gut. So 2 new probiotics. They're because they are really they're somewhat different formulas and do different jobs. I take the capsule before a meal and the stick at some point during the day when I just feel like a little something extra. It's almost like a little treat for me that makes me happy during the day. So at some point during the day, I also do the stick. And I think, like I said, it's a nice way for kids in particular to get their probiotics as well, but it's really formulated for everybody. Now, next, if you look at that wellness pyramid, you see another section that is called rest and management. Good sleep is one of the most essential elements of a healthy life. It is really undervalued. And when you think about it, and all of the things that we do in our lives that keep us busy, work, family responsibilities, your social time, technology, the thing that gets sacrificed the most is our sleep. That's where we feel like, oh, I can stay up later and work on something, or I can get up extra early in the morning and work on something. But remember that during sleep, your body is at work. It's rebuilding, it's repairing, it's mending blood vessels, balancing hormones, and maintaining your immune system. And your brain is resting and rebuilding and getting ready for the next day. It processes those events from before, which is kind of sometimes you have those dreams and things that you have processed over the last couple of days will come back. That's your brain healing and rebuilding. Don't cut your sleep short. Your body doesn't recuperate, and then that raises your risk for chronic health issues. And some very interesting research about this suggests that one night of cutting your sleep down to only 4 hours can reduce your body's natural killer cells, or those that are in your immune system, by up to 70%. One night of cutting your sleep. So remember how important your sleep is every single night. And I love that one of the things that came out at convention was the reformulated Serenity sleep system. If you haven't seen this yet, this is really pretty fabulous. It's a 3-part system now. Your Serenity blend, which has not changed. This is not a new product. It remains an amazing and powerful product in a combination of lavender, cedarwood, Roman chamomile, vetiver, and some of those other calming and restful oils that are so important for us. You can use this topically, use it aromatically, breathe it in right out of the bottle, breathe it in a diffuser all night long by your bed, whatever you need to do to help support calming. You can do it if you're having a stressful day. Put it in your diffuser during the day, whether you're at work or at home, whatever's going on. So the Serenity Sleep Blend, still super important, a big part of this system. The next part is brand new. This is the Serenity Stick with Valerian. It has all of the same benefits, but with valerian added to it. Now, valerian is an herb. It's a root. I believe it's a root. I know it's an herb that helps support and enhance sleep quality. It helps you to get to sleep quicker and spend more time in deep stage sleep. So super helpful that they have now added valerian to this. The delivery system is, if you're familiar with any of our sticks, it is again one of those really nice sticks that you just take this. The way that we're using it is just, and Eddie's got one on his side of the bed and I've got one, is rubbing it right on our wrists, on our pulse points, the back of the neck, and then just breathing it. And you're going to immediately smell that not only the Serenity, but the valerian has a really lovely aroma as well too. Super valuable if you're traveling. I've already put this in my bags to take with me on our trip. So I love that it's not a liquid and it's going to be easy to put in a bag and take with you wherever you go. The third part of your system is your Serenity soft gels. So a completely different part. This is going to be your internal part. It's changed slightly. It still contains lemon balm, passion flower, chamomile, and L-theanine. And now they have added tart cherry to it. And Patsy, I remember you talking to me about tart cherry juice back over a year or so ago. So that was when I started thinking about tart cherry. The L-theanine part is plant-based. It's a naturally occurring amino acid. So whenever you say words like that, people think, oh, what is that chemical name? It is a plant-based, naturally occurring amino acid that really has a unique ability to promote relaxation without making you feel drowsy or hungover when you wake up. That's what I love about this, is that I can take these, and when I wake up, I feel sharp and ready to go. There's been lots of studies done on L-theanine and its calming effects on the nervous system. The addition of the tart cherry extract has a positive effect on sleep, likely because of its tryptophan content. Anybody heard of the tryptophan effect at like a Thanksgiving dinner, that there's tryptophan in turkey and that makes people tired? Well, there is something to that. Tryptophan helps your body to naturally make melatonin, which is a natural hormone that our bodies do produce as part of its circadian rhythms. So it's a natural and simple way to help gently support your sleep. So all three of those steps, how would you do that? You know, I was just talking with a brand new person the other day who said, so how do I use all of these things? A good example with this system would be that about a half hour before you go to bed, you take your Serenity soft gel, because it has to go through the digestive tract. That's not going to be an immediate thing. So you might want to head it off at about a half an hour or so before you're going to bed, and start diffusing your Serenity oil. And then when you climb into bed, rub your Serenity with valerian on, breathe that in, neck, shoulders, wrists, inhale it, close your eyes, and play around with that timing a little bit. It's going to be different for all of us. Make it your own and really transform your life and your sleep. Now I'm going to move on to one of my favorite things that I love talking about is our product of the month. This month it is Balsam Fir, which is going to be free with your 125 PV order by tomorrow night. So tomorrow's the 15th. You're going to want to process your loyalty order if you want to get that Balsam Fir free with a 125 order. Now, I didn't bring my little bottle of Balsam Fir with me to show you, but we all know that balsam is that particular fir tree that is so popular for Christmas trees because it's got that beautiful, rich fragrance that is just so classic. It really has quite a history, though. For thousands of years, Native Americans have used that tree for a variety of wellness and medicinal purposes. And in the Hindu medicinal system of Ayurveda, the balsam fir essential oil is considered to be sacred, and it's referred to as the forest healer. It's often used in Ayurvedic massage. Now, chemically speaking, the reason that it does what it does, it's got some interesting chemistry. It's got limonene, which makes it cleansing. You can use this for helping to clean things, and also it cleanses your air when you're diffusing it. Beta philandrine has a rich fragrance. That's the beautiful balsam fir fragrance. Alpha pinene is very relaxing, and beta pinene is very soothing. So if you think about how you might use this, putting it in a diffuser to create a warm and a refreshing environment. Add it to your lotion or your fractionated coconut oil, body butter, whatever you like to use, and massage it onto your skin for the soothing effects. Or you can add it to an Epsom salt bath and really soothe your entire body and mind. This is one that I love that they made this our product of the month this month, because I've actually done several orders with several family members. So now I've got a couple of those that will get me through the holidays. So it's almost that season that we'll be really craving that scent. Be ready for it. Think about getting your order in with that 125 level so that you can get that absolutely free oil. And I guess that's it for me. I'm going to pass you back over to Roxanne.
Thank you, Sandy. That was wonderful. And here is what Balsam Fir looks like. It's a little bottle, 5 milliliters, 83 drops, but it's free and it's so precious because we can't normally buy it. Thank you. Thank you again, Sandy. That was great. So one quick mention that I want to make is a makeup order. If anybody ever puts in an order And later in the month, you realize, oh, gee, I really wanted that Balsam Fir, or I really wanted that free adaptive promo set with a 200 PV this month. You can always call customer service with the Balsam Fir. It's got to be timely though. It's got to be by the 15th, and just say, listen, I made a mistake. I didn't quite have enough of my order in, and I really want those products. So then you tell them what you want to order, and they will combine it on their records on their computer system, and they will send you out your freebie. So makeup orders are always possible. Don't think that you're completely shut out. I did want to also talk. Now, I did have my my big surgery, had my robotic hysterectomy with pelvic floor reconstruction 14 days ago. No, 16 days ago. Sorry. So it's 2 weeks and 2 days. And I just want to report, I had no discomfort. I still have no discomfort. I haven't had any stomach queasiness. I haven't had any stomach upset. I haven't had any brain fog as a result of the various drugs, anesthesia, and all that stuff that were used. And with all the cutting and moving things around, they told me I wasn't going to feel right down there for a while. So I did want to share with you, and this is my DIY, this Fun Zoom is my roller that I created by going in and finding out which oils I use all the time were vasodilating and anticoagulating, because my surgeon had said she didn't want me to use those oils, but I could use everything else. So I found out what those were. Then I made a list of oils that would be good for healing, discomfort, and immunity support that I knew I'd want to have surrounding me for about 3 days before surgery and following surgery. So then I cross-referenced both lists and came up with this magical mega roller. I call it a mega roller. And it looks like this, my pre and post mega roller. I took an empty 15 milliliter bottle. In it, I put 25 drops each of ginger, geranium, pink pepper, frankincense. And don't worry, I'm going to be putting this in the email. Rose, citronella, lemon eucalyptus, Spanish sage, and guaiacwood in that 15 milliliter bottle. Then I topped it off with fractionated coconut oil, and I applied that roller to my belly. And I had you can get those special roller tops from Your Oil Tools in New Hampshire, by the way. Very affordable. And for me, it was magical, because from the minute I woke up from my surgery until this moment, I haven't had any issues. And my husband keeps saying, I can't believe you just had surgery. I can't believe it. Even that night when we got home, I didn't stay overnight or anything. I was at outpatient surgery center for 4-hour surgery. And I even made my own meal. So that's not too bad, I would say, for a post-surgical experience. So anyone who might know somebody who's going through something like that, or any kind of major abdominal surgery, could probably benefit from this kind of a mega roller. So Guaiacwood was in my roller, and Guaiacwood is called the oil of self-discovery, and it's 10% off this month. It's a very, very affordable oil. It was used in ceremonial situations as an incense, and it warded off evil spirits, and used by Native Americans since the 16th century for ailments up to purifying environments. So they would literally almost sage an environment with the guaiacwood. So, do you have sore muscles, joints, swelling, or that big toe thing that can happen so often? How about poor circulation, wound healing, or swelling? And by the way, I'm being completely compliant. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, please always private message me, or you can even respond to the email I'm going to be sending out. How about poor circulation, wound healing, or swelling in your body? Are you frustrated by nerve stuff, maybe even damage or worsening nerves? Deep grief, Do you need some tranquility? Do you have muscle cramps, menstrual issues, constipation? Dry, patchy, irritated, red, itchy, or aging skin? Well, Guaiacwood takes care of all those things. Believe it or not, it's quite the powerful oil. Emotionally, it can help those who are feeling overwhelmed, confused, or they've lost part of themselves. Using Guaiacwood and being mindful of what you may be running from and seeing you are known, understood, and worthy of healing will help on your path to self-discovery. It is great for those feeling stagnant, blocked, inauthentic, unworthy, resistant, and afraid. It can lead to feeling brave, capable, resilient, inspired, and healing. From feeling deficient to resourceful. Well, does this sound like an oil that might float your boat? It sure did for me, especially when it's on sale. Oh yeah, I used it so much. And in fact, I've used it until I used this up. And simply rubbing it around what I call the bullet holes where they entered with the robot arms rolling around there, because they didn't use any stitches or tape. It was just glue. So that made it very easy for me to kind of do this little kind of path in between those spots on my belly. And now this month, if you haven't heard, we have a 200 PV freebie. And any 200 PV order, and I really encourage, if you have more than 200, split up your order into 200 PV blocks so you can get multiple freebies. If you sent in an order for 410 PV, they're going to just send you one of the adaptive oils and one of the adaptive bath oils. So you want to split up your orders if you happen to be ordering a lot this month. Adaptive, of course, is such a wonderful oil for our stress, any kind of stress at all. When you have lots of little stresses, they add up to be as powerfully impactful on your nervous system as a big stress. So we like the adaptive because it will help calm the nervous system down, and it will also help with our focus, which is a super benefit too. The next thing, and I have quite a few things to talk about, so I apologize if it seems like I'm rushing through here. The next thing we've got is our birch oil. The birch oil is one of nature's most difficult oils to process. It is, birch trees are very resilient. They're one of nature's most resilient trees. They're the first to grow back on damaged land. They bend and they rarely break. And so doTERRA has been working on this, I think, for 7 years, and to try and source, distill, and produce enough to be sustainable. In the meantime, they have found 21 birch oils on the market, tested them completely, and they were found to contain no birch oil. They instead contained wintergreen, which is an inexpensive alternative. They found expired aspirin in some of these bottles, or old wintergreen. And so now, 7 years later, in a company called Woodside Oils in Kane, Pennsylvania, we have the world's first commercial birch distillery. And it is a powerful oil, so we are saying, please dilute it. Always dilute it for topical application. It is useful aromatically. It's very comforting, cooling, deodorizing, refreshing. Use it for sore or spasmy muscles, or pain, or uncomfortable joints or other connective tissue stuff, broken bones, tooth pain, the big toe issue again, begins with G, ends with T, and to non-toxically clean your smelly space. Do you have any stones that are creating discomfort for your belly? Do you have any cloudy vision? Any skin swelling? Itchy, red, patchy skin? Or do you have some water retention, congested lymph, blood, or toxicity things? Crampiness, feeling unsupported, afraid, unwilling to be helped? Using birch will emotionally help you to feel supported, strengthened, and receiving of help. Now, in the post-convention tour kit, which is our convention kit minus something they gave us at convention time, we've got the birch oil is in that kit. However, October 15th, which also makes it possible for you to qualify for your free Balsam Fir, the birch oil will be available too. So if you have a monthly order set to go out on the 15th, just tweak that date beyond the 15th a little bit so it gives you time to get in there and place your order, process it right away. And that way you can get your birch oil. Or the birch is in the kit, the kit that contains everything that Sandy was talking about and much of the stuff I'm talking about. Now that kit, by the way, does save people quite a bit of money below wholesale. So it is worth getting if you're liking several of these items. Now in the daily achy muscle and joint roller that we had shared a while back, a few months ago, I am now using birch to see if there's any difference in how it makes us feel. And I'm feeling it's a little more powerful than my wintergreen was. The next oil I want to talk about is the Hygge oil. Hygge is available for purchase as a limited time offer oil. And Hygge is known as our cozy blend. It is aromatic and topical use only, and it's a powerful combination of frankincense, wild orange, cedarwood, myrrh, vetiver, and other oils that we normally cannot purchase. Do you want feelings of comfort, relaxation, or closeness? You want to get past negative feelings or negative thinking or other events that keep ruminating in your mind? Loneliness, seasonal blues, winter blasts. Want to feel less vulnerable and more connected? This is a great oil to be more mindful of or aid while you are doing your meditations, yoga, or to be more creative, those of you who are very, very creative. Another product that's in our kit, if you decide to get the kit, is this Supermint toothpaste. Oh my gosh, do I love this. It is a combination of the peppermint, Japanese peppermint, bergamot mint, and spearmint. It's a softer, minty flavor. There's no fluoride in the toothpaste. It is teeth whitening, brightening, and strengthening. It contains hydroxyapatite, which is a naturally occurring calcium phosphorus compound to remineralize and restore enamel. It helps with hot and cold sensitivity. It has hydrated silica and calcium carbonate to gently polish the teeth. The way I've been using it is I use it in the morning, first thing, and during the day, and I leave it in my mouth without rinsing my mouth for 10 minutes. And my hygienist over the past year cannot stop raving about how less buildup I have on my teeth. And she says, Roxanne, I've hardly got to scrape anything off. She goes, what are you doing? I said, well, to me, it's the toothpaste that we use because about a year ago, the On Guard toothpaste added the hydroxyapatite. And the hydroxyapatite, she said, was something, oh no, you've got to apply that and leave it on for 10 minutes. Well, I didn't even connect at all that I was already doing that. And as I was thinking about it later on, I'm thinking, well, of course that makes sense because I apply it. I brush my teeth, then I get in my car first thing in the morning and I drive to the Y, which is about 10-minute drive. So I'm not rinsing my mouth or anything during that time. And it gives my teeth the time and my mouth the chance to not build up the tartar and the plaque. And so it's a really good thing, guys. If you have any gum issues at all, any oral health concerns, you want to jump on either the On Guard toothpaste or the Supermint toothpaste. I'm choosing to use the On Guard at night because as I'm sleeping and healing, I'm figuring the On Guard is doing its double duty. Next, we've got in our kit as well is the new blend called Shinrin-yoku. Shinrin-yoku is a testament to forest bathing. It is the forest bathing blend. And it's also available in the kit as a touch roller as well. So you can buy the oil and the roller, and then when you run out of the roller, you can refill it from your own oil bottle and so forth. It is, I think most of you probably figured out, it is more affordable when we can refill our own rollers. So never throw away your roller bottles. Shinrin-yoku was created for our average Americans who spend 93% of their time indoors. I don't know about you, but think about it. How much time are you indoors? It is the forest bathing blend, Shinrin-yoku, made up of lemon, magnolia, patchouli, Siberian fir, cypress, hinoki, grapefruit, lavender, cardamom, geranium, and lemon petitgrain. So quite a few powerful oils in there. When we go into the forest or you're walking by the trees, we are affected by the phytoncides the trees give off, which is why we often feel so good, refreshed, and calm. The phytoncides literally are chemicals coming off the trees. So that's one reason why walking in the forest is so nice. These phytoncides include limonene, alpha-pinene, and beta-pinene, which in numerous studies point to reducing blood pressure, heart rate, and cortisol. Cortisol, of course, is our big bad stress hormone that when we have too much of it can result in lots of health issues and emotional issues. Dr. Hill created this blend, and he's the one who created the aroma touch technique. So he knows a few things about oils and combining them. I personally wonder what would happen if we could diffuse all of Russia, Ukraine, Israel, and the Gaza Strip with Shinrin-yoku. How much better would people feel? And imagine all the good moods we could affect and the lack of stress hormones we could see. Another product in our post-convention tour kit, which is going to be available through your back office. I think it's for $275. People going to a Reclaim Your Health event will be able to save $20 off that. It will knock down your PV15, however, and they are making for attendees at those events the deep blue stick available on a sale price that will help bring up your order to $200 to get you your free adaptive and adaptive oil. But this Blue Lotus is a roller that has been created. This is one of Emily Wright's favorite products. And the Blue Lotus is wonderful for softening and hydrating your skin. So it's going to be nice to roll. In fact, I wanted to roll some right on the backs of my hands because I'm washing my hands so often, it seems like, and they are constantly dry. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm rolling it right there on the back of my hand. I'm going to rub my hands together and hopefully feel more hydrated and feel softer, nicer skin. It's going to be really great for relaxing massage. And as she says, the Blue Lotus is a delicate flower, so it's not done with our regular pure steam distillation. They have to use a special process, which of course will add to the difficulty in producing this oil. But the Blue Lotus is from a flower that lives in the mud. And on a sunny day, the blossoms come up through the mud come up through the mud, and suddenly open up, and you'll see the blue petals and a yellow center. And then at night, it closes up and goes back down. And when it comes up and opens up, it isn't muddy inside. It's such an amazing thing. So I want to tell you that your order this month, if you are so inclined, will get you your free adaptive. Oh, and the Blue Lotus is wonderful when you add it with, oh my gosh, I can't believe how soft. I haven't done this yet. I cannot believe how soft and hydrated my hands are feeling right now. Oh my God, that's great. But the Blue Lotus is a great personal perfume, especially when you combine it with your jasmine or your magnolia. So that's something to think about. But when you get your kit this month, or if you're getting other products that you prefer that add up to the 200, because there are quite a few of the kit oils that are available for individual purchase if you want to do that. Of course, you're not getting that extra savings that you would in the kit, but any 200 PV, remember, will get you the free adaptive products. And by ordering tomorrow night on your LRP, you will get a free Balsam Fir as well. And remember, just because you get on the LRP doesn't mean you're stuck there forever. If life circumstances change and it's too difficult to maintain that, you just simply call up doTERRA, be ready to cash in your reward points, and then just stop it for a while. And then when you're ready to get back on, you'll just start off from the beginning again. But it's something worth doing if you have not been doing an LRP order. It definitely saves us money. And so our next fun Zoom is going to be November 11th. And I am wondering right now what questions people might have. And so if you feel like I'm going to actually stop the recording just because I want to be able to talk freely, non-compliantly off camera. So I'm going to stop the recording right now. And the next fun Zoom will be November 11th. If you want to just kind of write that into your calendar. So I'm stopping the recording.